What is UP, heavy metal fans, and welcome back to Techbeast TV. Get ready to buckle up because today we're going deep into the mud, the jungle, and the snow to witness some truly epic battles between machine and nature. We've got winching wonders, mulching monsters, stump shredders, and rescues that'll have you on the edge of your seat. You won't believe the power on display. Let's get into it. Hold your breath, folks. We plunge deep into the heart of the jungle where the mud reigns supreme, slicker than a greased eel in a downpour. Witness the incredible pulling power packed into this compact Komatsu track vehicle. Looks like a small forestry spec dozer, maybe a D37 or D39, built specifically for these brutal, low ground pressure conditions. Treacherous, slick mud threatens to swallow everything whole. Yet this tenacious yellow beast digs its tracks in, refusing to give up. Attached by a thick, high-tensile steel cable snaking from its integrated rear winch, probably rated for 10 or 15 tons, a massive, freshly felled log resists with immense dead weight. Hear that powerful hydraulic winch strain, whining under the incredible load, slowly, painstakingly dragging the timber inch by agonizing inch up the slippery slope. Its rugged tracks churn the mire, desperately seeking any purchase on the unstable ground. This isn't just logging, it's a grueling, slow-motion tug-of-war, a true test of machinery against the sheer, unyielding force of gravity and friction. Will the steel cable hold? Can this mighty Komatsu conquer the impossible climb? The tension is thick enough to cut with a chainsaw. All right, that Komatsu showed some serious heart, but now the battlefield shifts. The mud somehow gets even deeper and a different kind of legend enters the fray. Now the mud gets deeper, folks, turning this track into an absolute quagmire. And entering the ring is the legendary LKT-81, a purpose-built articulated forestry skidder straight out of Slovakia, known for being tougher than a $2 steak. Forget solid ground. This is pure swamp. Watch as its massive chained wheels, essential for adding bite in this slop, churn almost helplessly at times, desperately seeking any semblance of grip. This yellow titan, renowned across European forests for its robust build, powerful winch system, and surprisingly agile articulated steering, is designed for extreme forestry conditions, but even it is struggling mightily here. That articulation allows it some crucial maneuverability between the trees, but the sheer dead weight of the timber it's trying to pull, combined with the relentless suction of the mud, creates an epic challenge. It winches forward, repositions itself, fights tooth and nail for every foot of progress, demonstrating the relentless, back-breaking effort required to extract valuable timber from some of the world's toughest, most unforgiving environments. Can this iconic yellow skidder overcome the swampy abyss? It's giving it everything it's got. Okay, riding in the skidder was intense, but sometimes even the biggest machines meet their match. Let's see what happens when things go seriously wrong. And disaster strikes. Right here, the brutal limits of heavy machinery are painfully exposed. A heavily laden logging truck, likely a rugged off-road model but groaning under the immense weight of tons and tons of freshly harvested timber, finds itself utterly, hopelessly defeated by the deep, unforgiving jungle mud. Just look at those massive rear drive wheels spinning furiously, digging themselves deeper and deeper into their own muddy grave, finding absolutely zero traction. You can hear the air brakes hiss in frustration as the driver tries to gain purchase. This is every logger's nightmare scenario, completely immobile, vulnerable to the elements, potentially miles from solid ground or any rescue equipment. Even the ominous presence of a powerful excavator parked nearby offers little immediate hope. Extracting a fully loaded truck this badly bogged is a major, time-consuming operation. The driver tries again, engine roaring in defiance, transmission straining, but it's absolutely futile. The muddy road has claimed another victim. How on earth will they ever get this colossal load moving again? The tension is palpable, the situation looking grim. After seeing that nightmare scenario, let's cleanse the palate and see how things are supposed to work when the ground cooperates. Time for a smooth run. But the operation must go on. Emerging onto much firmer, drier ground, we finally see how it's supposed to be done when conditions aren't actively trying to swallow the equipment whole. Behold the Volvo FMX 400, a modern titan of timber transport, thundering down the compacted dirt haul road like it owns the place. This truck is specifically engineered for tough off-road biased vocational applications like logging. Okay, that Volvo made it look easy. Now let's switch gears completely and head back into the thick stuff. But this time we're not hauling, we're clearing with some serious shredding power. Hold on tight. We're diving deep again into the untamed wilderness where standard machines fear to tread, let alone work effectively. First, watch this ASV RT120 Forestry compact track loader. A true beast in its class, known for its high-flow hydraulics and rugged construction, carefully navigate a makeshift log bridge. Talk about nerve-wracking. One slip here means disaster. Its wide rubber tracks provide that crucial low ground pressure, distributing the machine's weight and making it essential for operating on these soft, unpredictable terrains without sinking. But the real show starts now. Equipped with a devastating Lofness M450S forestry mulcher head, this machine unleashes pure, unadulterated shredding power. It plunges headfirst into the dense undergrowth, and bushes, small trees, and fallen debris simply vanish into nothingness. Hear that powerful 120 horsepower diesel engine roar, and the mulcher whine as it absolutely eats through the vegetation, clearing a path where none existed just moments before. This isn't just land clearing, it's a relentless, high-speed assault on the wild, transforming the landscape with brute hydraulic force and mechanical fury. Absolutely incredible efficiency. Get ready for some heart-stopping, old-school action. Here we see the raw skill, precision, and inherent danger of manual logging at its most challenging. Perched precariously on a steep, mossy, uneven slope where footing is treacherous, this experienced logger tackles an ancient giant of the forest. Armed with a high-powered professional chainsaw, likely packing 70 cc's or more, notice the deliberate precision cuts. First, the crucial face cut, or undercut, expertly angled to control the direction of the fall away from hazards, followed by the careful placement of the decisive back cut, leaving just enough holding wood. He's wearing all the essential safety gear: hard hat, face shield, ear protection, high-vis clothing, and those vital chainsaw chaps. Every single move is calculated. There's no room for error here. He expertly inserts felling wedges into the back cut with an axe, applying steady pressure to encourage the lean and prevent the saw bar from getting pinched. Feel the tension build as the massive tree begins to groan and lean. The sound of cracking wood fibers echoes eerily through the forest. Will it fall clean? Any miscalculation here, any unexpected gust of wind could be catastrophic. It's man versus nature in its most elemental, dangerous form. Timber. The giant crashes down the slope in a thunderous display of gravity's raw power. Who? Incredible skill from that logger. But once the trees are down in these swampy areas, you need a specialized beast to get them out. Enter the multi-wheeled monster. Prepare to witness a true swamp monster emerge from the depths. Enter the realm of the mighty 8-wheeled forwarder, a colossal machine specifically engineered to conquer terrain that seems utterly impossible. This isn't just mud we're looking at. It's a waterlogged bog, a veritable quagmire that would swallow lesser vehicles whole without a trace. Look at those enormous, wide, high flotation tires, possibly fitted with tracks over the rear bogies, providing maximum surface area and clawing desperately through the thick mire. The highly articulated chassis, bending in the middle, allows this red giant, maybe a Ponzi or Komatsu, to twist and turn with surprising agility, navigating the treacherous, uneven ground between standing trees and hidden obstacles. Equipped with a powerful, long-reach hydraulic grapple crane mounted typically behind the cab, the operator deftly plucks heavy logs from the muck and loads them onto the large rear bunk, preparing them for transport out of this swampy mess. Every single meter gained is a hard-won victory against the relentless suction of the mud and the tangled, unforgiving terrain. This is extreme heavy hauling at its finest, showcasing the incredible engineering and operator skill required to harvest timber productively in the world's most challenging forestry environments. Pure, unadulterated muscle and flotation. Getting the logs out is one thing, but what about the stumps left behind? Forget digging. Check out this high-tech solution. Now for the final act of land clearing, stubborn stump removal, completely reinvented. Watch this standard tracked excavator, a versatile workhorse on any site, but pay close attention to the unique, game-changing attachment mounted on its arm. The incredible Dipper Fox stump grinder. Forget slow, laborious grinding processes that take ages, or ripping them out leaving massive holes. From stumps to chips, let's move on to processing those massive logs we saw earlier into something more manageable, using a machine with a serious appetite. Hold your breath again, folks, as we witness raw processing power unleashed on an industrial scale. Right before your eyes is the mighty CBI Chip Max 484T, a tracked horizontal wood chipper that doesn't just process timber, it absolutely devours it whole. CBI is known for making some of the toughest, most productive grinders and chippers on the planet, and this machine is no exception. Watch as the articulating knuckle boom loader, operated with surprising delicacy, feeds massive logs one after another onto the aggressive steel track in-feed conveyor. Feel the tension build as the log relentlessly approaches the heart of this bright yellow beast, a colossal, heavy-duty spinning drum, likely weighing several tons, armed with multiple razor-sharp, replaceable chipper knives. In a controlled maelstrom of mechanical fury, solid wood is instantly transformed, exploding into a torrent of uniform-sized biomass chips, propelled forcefully out the adjustable discharge chute. Observe the sheer scale, the heavy-duty steel construction, the robust bearings, the powerful diesel engine, likely 500-plus horsepower, all designed for relentless, high-volume performance day in and day out. That chipper is hungry, but before logs can be chipped or hauled, they need to be felled. Let's revisit that critical first step in the forest. Let's step back into the relative quiet of the forest for a moment, where the air hangs thick with anticipation and the scent of pine. A lone figure stands dwarfed against a towering giant of the woods, the temporary silence shattered only by the high-pitched scream of a powerful, professional-grade chainsaw. This is where the entire logging process truly begins, the critical, skilled first step of felling. Observe the absolute precision required. First, the carefully angled notch cut, also known as the face cut or undercut, is meticulously carved out. This isn't random. Its depth and angle are designed to create a hinge and precisely dictate the exact direction the multi-ton tree will fall, hopefully avoiding damage to other trees or creating hazards. Then moving to the opposite side, the slow, deliberate back cut begins. Tree down, now the extraction begins, dragging that valuable timber out of the dense woods. Time for the workhorse skidder to shine. With the giant successfully felled, the crucial extraction phase begins immediately. Feast your eyes on the rugged workhorse of many logging operations. The mighty skidder, potentially a powerful Caterpillar model, judging by the yellow paint. Built like a tank to conquer the toughest terrain imaginable. Watch as its powerful hydraulic grapple, located on an articulated arch or boom at the rear, clamps down firmly on the end of the immense log with an unyielding, multi-ton grip, lifting the front end clear off the ground to reduce friction and prevent snagging. We saw Komatsu power earlier, and guess what? It's back for another round against gravity and mud. Let's see this beast work again. Get ready for another titanic struggle deep in the unforgiving wilderness, showcasing relentless pulling power. Witness again the incredible capability of this Komatsu track machine, as we noted, likely a specialized forestry dozer, or maybe even a dedicated track skidder, equipped with that heavy-duty rear winch. It's locked onto a truly colossal log, significantly larger than the machine itself, presenting an immense challenge. This metal beast digs its steel tracks deep into the saturated, muddy earth, fighting for every ounce of traction. Feel the palpable tension vibrating through that thick steel cable as the powerful hydraulic winch strains relentlessly, dragging the immense timber inch by painstaking inch up the steep, slippery slope. The high-torque diesel engine roars under the sustained load, fighting against the sheer dead weight of the log and the incredible friction of the muddy ground. Every rotation of the wide tracks churns the earth, carving a deeper path where none existed moments before. This isn't just routine logging, it's a raw, primal battle of sophisticated mechanical might against the immense inertia and stubborn resistance of nature. Will the cable hold under this extreme load? Can the machine maintain traction on this treacherous, uneven slope? Hold your breath as this powerful Komatsu demonstrates the sheer determination required to conquer the wild. We saw stump removal from the outside, but now let's get back in the operator's seat for an intense, up-close view of excavation power. Strap in tight again for a front-row seat to pure mechanical destruction. We're back inside the relative comfort of the excavator cab as this powerful machine, armed with that formidable digging bucket and hydraulic thumb grapple combination, wages war on another deeply embedded tree stump. Experience the controlled aggression from the operator's perspective. Watch the joysticks translate the operator's commands into precise movements of the hydraulic arm, tearing into the earth around the stump, ripping stubborn, unseen roots like mere threads. Feel the whole machine shudder slightly as the bucket bites deep into the solid wood, leveraging the excavator's immense weight, easily 20 tons or more, an incredible hydraulic force to literally pry the subterranean fortress free from the ground's grip. Dirt, rocks, and wood debris fly past the armored glass as the grapple clamps down, wrenching and twisting with relentless determination, seeking to extract every last remnant of the stubborn stump. Logs bucked. Now let's hop back in the excavator cab one last time to see how this versatile machine handles the cleanup and sorting. The intense cleanup operation is now in full swing. Back in the excavator's command center, the operator's office, witness the machine's incredible versatility extending beyond just demolition and digging. That powerful grapple attachment, the effective combination of bucket and hydraulic thumb, now deftly handles the aftermath of the felling and bucking operations. Watch through the front window as it scoops and tears away any remaining large root mass missed by the initial stumping, clearing the ground with powerful, efficient sweeps. See how it effortlessly grabs the freshly cut log sections, some weighing several tons. Okay, excavator work done, but stump removal tech keeps evolving. Check out this different approach using a tractor-mounted grinder. Hold on tight. Now witness surgical stump destruction unleashed by this heavy-duty tractor armed with the formidable rotor stump grinder attachment. This is a different beast entirely from the excavator-mounted dipper fox we saw earlier. Feel the ground vibrate as the tractor lowers the grinder and its stabilizer legs bite deep into the earth, bracing the whole unit for the intense assault to come. The massive, hydraulically controlled cutting head looking like something out of a sci-fi movie, descends onto the target. Spinning with terrifying speed, Stump gone. Now that the ground is clear, it's time for some serious site preparation, starting with this massive tractor and plow combo. From an aerial vantage point now, behold the awesome power of large-scale land transformation. A colossal green John Deere forestry tractor, a true titan of traction, likely from their 8R or 9R series, packing hundreds of horsepower, puts its power down through those massive dual tires, churning steadily through the muddy cleared terrain. It's dragging an imposing yellow implement, a heavy-duty bedding plow. This definitely isn't your backyard garden tiller, folks. Look at those enormous, heavy-duty offset discs biting deep into the cleared earth, slicing through leftover roots and debris, turning the soil relentlessly and creating raised beds or mounds. This is intensive, large-scale site preparation in action, smoothing and cultivating the land after logging operations, breaking up compaction, improving drainage, and likely making way for optimal conditions for new tree seedling growth in reforestation efforts. The sheer pulling power required to handle and implement this size in these challenging, muddy conditions is immense, showcasing the essential role these powerful tractors play in reshaping the landscape after harvest. A raw display of agricultural and forestry might, taming the wild earth for its next chapter. Incredible power, but sometimes even the haulers need a helping hand. Let's revisit a rescue scenario, this time with a different truck and dozer combo on a steep grade. Get ready for another high-stakes heavy metal rescue mission, deep in the rugged, remote logging trails. A heavily laden Nissan diesel logging truck, a tough older model but groaning under the colossal weight of its harvested timber payload, finds itself utterly defeated by this treacherous, muddy incline. Its drive wheels spin uselessly, unable to grip the slippery surface against the pull of gravity. But look, enter the mighty Komatsu, DAT5 ESS Super Skidder Bulldozer, a track beast specifically configured for forestry work, built for pure, unadulterated pulling power and traction, likely weighing over 25 tons itself. Feel the palpable tension in that thick steel tow cable, humming like a bass string as the Komatsu digs its wide steel tracks deep into the earth, its powerful engine roaring in defiance of gravity and muck. Slowly, agonizingly, inch by hard-fought inch, it begins to drag the multi-ton truck and its precious cargo forward and upward. This is a critical moment where machine aids machine, a powerful demonstration of the incredible strength, specialized equipment, and sometimes necessary teamwork required to operate successfully and overcome obstacles in these demanding, often isolated environments. Will they make it all the way up the grade without incident? Edge of your seat action right here. What a rescue. Finally, let's wrap things up at the processing yard, where all that collected wood waste meets its final, noisy destiny in a giant tub grinder. Now witness the insatiable appetite at the heart of this biomass processing operation, the Kingwell 66T tub grinder. This tracked, bright red industrial behemoth isn't subtle. It's built for one thing, high volume grinding. Watch as the agile Doosan wheel loader, itself a powerful machine, relentlessly scoops up massive bucketfuls of raw material. Logs, rough branches, stumps, green waste, basically anything organic, and dumps it directly into the grinder's gaping, rotating tub. That tub spins, helping to feed the material down towards the business end. Inside, unseen but definitely heard, powerful, heavy-duty hammers mounted on a rotor spin at incredible speeds, pulverizing the material against rugged anvils or grates in a chaotic whirlwind of controlled destruction. Feel the whole machine vibrate with barely contained power. It reduces everything to uniform-sized chips or mulch in astonishingly short order. The processed biomass is then efficiently ejected by the integrated folding discharge conveyor belt. rapidly building literal mountains of valuable mulch, biofuel feedstock, or compost base. This grinder represents the pinnacle of mobile, high-volume wood waste recycling technology. Absolutely incredible throughput and raw power on display to finish our journey. And that, Techbeast fans, is a wrap on today's incredible showcase of ultimate machines battling the toughest conditions imaginable. From winching giants out of jungle mud to shredding stumps and grinding massive amounts of waste, the power and specialized engineering on display were truly mind-blowing. It's a testament to the ingenuity and sheer brute force required to harvest resources and reshape landscapes around the globe. Thanks so much for joining us on Techbeast TV today. If you were as amazed by these mechanical monsters as we were, smash that like button and definitely subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss our next deep dive into the world of awesome machinery. We'll catch you in the next one. Keep those engines roaring.